You know what motivates you? You know what drives you? Trying to get what you want is always going to have a kind of up and down process. Fights you got to figure out, things you got to learn, ways you got to adapt to become the next version of you. And knowing and figuring out what things drive you to get there is a super important part. I'm Dom Jackson, David A. Media, and this is the 7-Day Scoop Show, a weekly show where I document the process of my career and decisions that I'm making, your adventure you're trying to pursue, so I use my story to help motivate and teach you. Now, this week, another great week. Challenged the top 2 to get into a sales competition. We were out of town, so we were in another area that's a little slower, about 2 hours away. Doing the same thing we normally do. I lost this week, so that was like a hurt as far as sales-wise. Did not beat him, but it's good to go into the motivation thing. I just know that I'm more motivated by competition, and I'm more motivated by having I need a rival. I need someone to hate, more or less. Even if I don't really hate the person, it just brings out more out of me because I'm like, yeah, I gotta beat this person, gotta take him down. So I knew that. So setting up myself up against the top person, to be the top person, have that be like a thing, doing it reoccurringly, it's always like in my head. Because even now, like when I was doing podcasts, when I was doing anything, it's always like, all right, who's the top guy? How do I take him down? How do I get the highest score? You know? So that's one of the biggest factors. So I would definitely try out testing out different things to motivate yourself. What things are the most important factors that make you go? You know, is it someone else? Is it money? Is it a reward? Is it status? You know, for me, I think it's a mix of status and competition. Taking down the top guy is a big move, you know. Another thing that I think is super important as far as finding your motivation, I have been, having my ups and downs in this process while also dealing with everything else life's been throwing at me. And stuff on the personal side has just been hiccups, but nothing too crazy. Stuff that's could be crazy, but luckily it was on the better end of things. And, I'm not around my people around when it's happening, so I'm out here fighting these battles when people are fighting battles of things that are also important for me. And I was reading I read The Art of War by Sun Tzu pretty often, and I was reading the 33 Strategies of War by Robert Greene. And my new mindset, I like playing chess, is thinking about life as one big war with yourself, one big war with your goals. And war is like a vicious word, but the concept of it is just like a complete all-out battle to win. You know what I mean? You can't go back. If you lose, you lose everything. And with me now, I'm thinking more strategic about how I want to go about the things, my goal of hitting the 800 a week consistently to get on the national board, with things we're trying to pay off with my health, my family, and just really making sure, understanding that I'm in a battle. It's going to take a lot of battles to get to that next stage. So figuring out what things to motivate me at this level to become the person I want to be at the next level is a constant fight. Hence the war thing, hence the war thing that goes with it. So it might take me 10 battles to even get close to the next stage, but that's okay. And that framing of it put it even better for me, because it's I might have lost the battle, but I'll win the war. And how much energy I should spend thinking about it, how much time I should spend thinking about it, how much resources, strategy, on how my day should go, how much time I should spend practice pitching. These are all things at the highest level, whether it be an athlete, whether it be a politician, whether it be a movie star, whether it be entertainer, a doctor, you know what I'm saying? Everything at the highest level has so much strategy, information, and depth in it. And they're not winning all the time. They're going down, they're going up, they're going down, they're going up. So it is your job to figure out what things keep you going in your game so you can win the metaphorical war of your life and win the war, become the person that you want to become consistently. Because even when you get there, you're going to have to take new things to get to that next level. Now, one thing that did happen was that I ended up having the last day be my highest day in sales, and I was like recording my pitches, and I recorded 2 good ones where like when I was pitching, I felt the groove and they actually bought like the process of everything, how I was talking and the communication level and like how I felt, the way I was pitching, the way I was pausing, all those things are now recorded. So now I'm gonna make like a metaphorical, and not metaphorical, but make like a mixtape of all my best recordings and listen to how I was talking, the cadence, the pauses, the flow, how everything went, so that now I know like, oh, this is how I talk when I'm getting the most success. And now I know how to do that more often. So, to go back to the whole motivation thing, find what things motivate you, try out different things, and then if you find a way to figure out a way to find the thing that brings you the most success in what you're doing, and then find a way to track it and recreate it, you have so much motivation because you got a new game of the craft you're trying to master. So, as always, take it one step at a time and get there day by day.